Hi guys, my name is Analia. Welcome to my channel. I am a mum of 3 beautiful girls, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old and a 9-week-old. My 9-week-old is currently down here having some milk. But today I want to talk about the Gather Round Homeschool program. So predominantly I'll talk about the preschool program because that's what we've started with. But yeah, let's jump in. So for those of you that don't know anything about Gather Round, it is a homeschool curriculum that is unit based. So the school level units will be like Asia, or there's heaps of different ones. You'll have to have a look on their website. But let's say it's about Asia, so you'll have some content to read about Asia, and then you'll have some questions and that sort of thing. And each of your children will have a work booklet that's age appropriate for them. So it goes from pre-readers all the way up to high school. It covers all the subjects except for maths. So I think the ability to have multiple children at once that you can teach all together, and the unit based, so the unit based study being a bit more interesting in my opinion, and all the subjects being covered except for maths, those were the things that really drew us to this program. The baby's down. She's not going to stay down for long. But anyway, so like I said, all the units are covered except for maths, but in the preschool program, maths is also covered. It goes over letters, numbers, recognition, sounds, that sort of thing. Basically, in the teacher's guide, you get like week 5 what we'll cover. They've got science, the Bible, alphabet, maths, fine motor skills, art. We really love that it's got the Bible in there. We are Christians, but if you're not and you're looking at this program, it's not intertwined that you couldn't remove it. It is additional. But yeah, it covers all those skills and generally ends up in art. So my 4-year-old loves it because that's what she really loves to do. So that's your week, like what you're going to cover and some character building stuff. And then you'll get like a lesson like this. American Robin, so Ruby Robin, and we talk about what letter Ruby's name starts with and what sound that letter makes. And then I read that, we read the Bible, and then they go into their books and do some work. So they'll have, sorry, this is not Ruby's lesson, this is a different one, but she did some smiley faces, she didn't need to. It's got tracing lines and, you know, which tree's bigger and cutting out and all different sorts of things. And then they've got these little books. So by the end they'll have a book for every letter. They colour in, and it's got ave, ant, uppercase, lowercase. Anyway, so it just covers a lot. But super simple, and it takes us, for me to actually read the stuff to them, read the Bible, and pull out the stuff, maybe 10 minutes, and we've done our lesson, and they can go ahead and do their craft. They make it really clear that you can be really elaborate, you know, painting or gluing or whatever, or you could just colour in. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about, or that won't make sense. Alright, so like they have this D, which is where they say you could, you know, stick glue all over it and glitter or whatever, be creative, or just colour it in. So days that I don't really want to clean up glitter, we just pull out the textures, and the kids are okay with that because they've still got to do art, craft, whatever. And then they're meant to cut it out, but she was not in a cutting mood that day, so D did not get cut out. But yeah, it's super fun, it's super easy, it covers everything, and we have really enjoyed it so far. So this is my teacher's guide, which has all the lessons. I've just printed them out. I print them out a couple lessons before as we go. I feel like if I print them all out, I'm gonna spill something all over them and lose it. So we are just doing a couple at a time, and that's working for us. I also printed out for my 2-year-old, and she listens to the lessons, and sometimes she just scribbles all over the stuff, but that's fine. She likes to colour in or do the craft, but no, it's working really well for us. Our 4-year-old, who it's for, is learning a lot. She's recognizing the letters and the sounds that we've gone over, which is the whole point of it. So along with this, so our day normally, when we start this, we pull it out. We do the Bible part first, and then we go over the lesson for the day, and then they start their craft. Once they've finished their craft, generally I will pull out a few different resources that we have, and my girls take it in turns to do reading eggs. That's sort of just how we do our homeschool mornings, and it's working for us at the moment. But as far as Gather Round goes, I highly recommend it, and this program, I know a few other families that are looking at homeschooling, and I 100% recommend getting this. Just last week was Black Friday, and they had a sale, so I brought the next couple books already because we're super keen to get started with them. So the downside, I don't really have any negative things to say, to be honest, about this preschool curriculum so far. It's exactly what I needed, a bit of structure. It's short, I don't need heaps of materials. In fact, I don't really need any materials. Like, I'm sure everyone's got like texters around the house. That's probably all you need to colour in those letters. The only thing that I'm worried about moving into the school age unit studies is I did download the Australian one, and being Australian, read over it and saw that there was some things that I probably wouldn't teach the kids. Like, and they were little things, like saying that Australians eat something called a kangabanger, which is meant to be a sausage made from kangaroo. Most of Australians haven't even tried kangaroo, so I think that's making me question a little bit where they're getting their facts from. And I think when you get to a higher level, you want your children to be getting the correct information, and I won't have time to fact check everything. So I do want to look into that a bit more, about how they actually fact check everything that they're putting in their units. But like I said, it was small things, they're not that serious, but also the wording they used, I don't know how to explain it. It just wasn't how Australians would teach our children about Australia. So it just makes me question, because am I going to be reading to my children about Asia, something that Asians would be like, that's just not how it is here. So and we are a mixed race family. My husband's from Nigeria, so we find those things really important, teaching about cultures. When I first went to Africa and was expecting to see lions walking the streets, and they were all like, no, do you guys actually ride kangaroos to school? We don't. So it's those things that I think people get, like these ideas from schools that teach stuff that don't know what they're talking about, and I don't want to teach my children incorrect information. And I am hearing myself that I'm on a bit of a rant, but anyway, I just want them to have the right facts. The other thing I noticed was there's an African unit of study and a cookbook, and one of the thing in there for Nigeria was like the most random thing. I lived in Nigeria for almost 2 years and never ate that thing, so it just didn't seem relevant. So that's where my issue is, and I will look into that before we start it for a higher grade. But I feel like for little kids, you can't go too far wrong. These books have been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so I think that's sort of all. I don't know if that was very helpful at all, but if you have any questions, drop them below. I will definitely answer them. I don't think there's anything else I want to say. We love it. 10 out of 10 for the preschool curriculum, and I will let you know how we go with the next books. Maybe I'll do an updated version when we get a bit further into it. So let me know what you think, any questions, that sort of thing. You know the drill. Okay, bye.